Hello, so I am Ian Stewart, as Donald said, and in addition to teaching chemistry and science full-time at BSlack High School in Midlothian, I've been lead teacher delivering the eSgoil study support sessions for higher chemistry in the evenings, and since January we've been doing daytime sessions as well. Pass you on to Andy to introduce himself.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. My name's Andy Brown. I'm one of the senior education officers within Joan's team in the Curriculum Innovation team at Education Scotland, and I have been working with the other Andy, who's about to come on in a second, on the higher maths webinars for eSchool over the last few months. Andy?
My name's Andy Thompson. I'm the lead officer for numeracy and mathematics with the Northern Alliance, and as Andy said, I've been leading along with him the higher webinars for eSchool.
Can I just comment on that photo? It's a brilliant photo, but it looks like the three amigos of a Western. Sorry about that.
I quite like that. That's okay. I can cope with that.
Okay.
It's a great improvement of what they were using earlier today, I can tell you that.
Okay.
So good afternoon. I'm going to take you through a sample of the flipped learning resources produced in parallel with the eSgoil study support sessions. As Donald mentioned, for each session there is related narrated slideshows. Within the chemistry team there's 3 experienced teachers with about 55 years experience between us. So we adapted our teaching resources to be suitable for independent and remote learning. The narrated slideshows are structured in a normal lesson format. So we've got starter activities, or we've got links to prior learning, then we've got learning intentions and success criteria. We also pause at times for the students to take part in activities and questions, etc. We've taken care to seek permission to use images, such as those from the SQA or BBC Bitesize. As with many eSchool teachers, we find Sway is a good visual way to bring resources together. So on the screen, you can see a screenshot for a demonstration version of our esters, fats and oil Sway. Okay, and I've actually posted a link to the Sway in the chat. Okay. Now, the narrated slideshows are also, as Paul said, being uploaded to WestOS, and they're just slowly being added as they are developed for the live element. Now, when we are sharing these with the students, we use the Sways, and as you can see, we can use the channels to actually share the channels on Office 365 to share onto the Sway, which is really useful. Okay, and any text within the Sway can actually be used with Immersive Reader. For chemistry, we've been really fortunate to be able to include links to BBC Bitesize and video clips from various organisations, including Education Scotland, Royal Society of Chemistry and CERC. These additional links greatly enhance the use of the resource, both for students and for other teachers. I would highly recommend seeking support from organisations related to your subject. They're often very keen to encourage uptake in their field. As you can imagine, experiments are an essential part of learning chemistry. In recent months, many videos for experiments have been created in collaboration between BBC Bitesize and CERC, and these are being uploaded to BBC Bitesize. Additionally, a collaboration between Edinburgh Napier University and Education Scotland has led to many other experiments being videoed, and these are being uploaded to WestOS, and there is quite a few more in the pipeline. We can use the Sway to provide links to these resources, and we can also use them to include links to real-life applications or industrial processes, as shown on that screenshot with the industrial process of fractional distillation. And with my DYW hat on, we can also include video clips with an insight into related careers. Within the SWAY, many eSgoil colleagues will use an MS Form quiz, which uses questions from SQA past papers. Fortunately, if you refer to the supported element of NeLO, we can actually find quizzes that have been shared by colleagues, so very rarely you're having to start from scratch. These quizzes increase confidence of students, providing them experience of exams questions, and they also provide a sort of formative assessment, giving students instant feedback, and they can also be useful for identifying the next stages, whether in other sessions or in or even during a live session. So I've actually put a wee quiz into the chat to show you how this can work. And if you take maybe a minute, you'll be pleased to know it's not in chemistry. So if you click on that, I can show you how easily it is to actually see this as a very easy way of processing the understanding of students. Okay, so if you can click on that link and maybe give the link a wee thumbs up, this is what we do in the live sessions, a wee thumbs up if you have completed it. Okay. Right, I am going to share my screen and hopefully give you an image as to what's happening. Okay, so first, can you see? No, you can't, not yet. Second. Right. I believe you can see my screen now. Is that correct, Andy Brown?
Yeah, we can see it, Ian, thanks.
Fantastic. So far, we've got 31 responses and increasing. Okay. You can click back on the questions and use a preview to go over questions quite easily. Okay. But the really interesting bit here is you get a live feeling as to how people are coping with the questions. Okay. So obviously everyone knows that orange juice and oranges are rich in vitamin C, but fewer will obviously know the number of calories in a wheat biscuit. Okay. So you can identify questions that you want to go over. When it's on the SWAY, you might use this to identify the questions that you need to focus and revisit as well. Okay. So I will stop sharing. And get back to that. Okay. Well done, folks. So that worked. Technology worked well there. So that was good. Okay. Andy will also mention more about those quizzes in a moment. Okay. So the links to the SWAYs and other revision resources are shared with eSgoil participants via the class notebook on MS Team and can be accessed after the sessions. Now, obviously, with the daytime sessions, these are already prepared from the evening sessions previously, so they have already got access to many of them. In preparation for our own students within our own schools, we have shared some of the SWAYs with students at our own schools, and they have found them really useful revision resources, as well as a revision toolkit. These resources may be useful for students who cannot attend mainstream schools, whether due to health or other reasons. We've shared links to the SWAYs with colleagues across Scotland using the NeLO resources spreadsheets as part of the supported component. And obviously it's straightforward to duplicate the SWAYs and update links to MS forms. I'll now pass you on to Andy.